Hi everyone, welcome to a new video. This is going to be a bit different because we're going to talk about some general questions, very important ones, which we get from a lot of people. And I think it is the right time to answer those in a common platform where not only a limited audience who know me personally, but others should also take advantage of this. Now, the first question I commonly get is it good to be a functional consultant in Business Central? Is it worth being a functional consultant in Business Central? If they mean to ask what is the growth, do functional consultants earn good, etc., etc. Now, my answer would be always yes, because Business Central is a great product and it is growing day by day. If you see the difference from the days when we had NAV and now we have Business Central, the clients have grown exponentially, the users have grown exponentially, and the product, if you see, it is getting revamped and new features being added. We get many exciting new features. We have Copilot, we have e-invoicing embedded now, a lot of things. So something which is getting updated very frequently, it's not going to be outdated very soon. So the product is very good. I worked in it. I like it as a user, as a consultant, because prior to that, I have worked in few other products as well, few custom products as well. And the client retention was not very good. The product itself was very rigid, and Business Central can be tailored very easily, and out of the box capabilities are quite well. And people read it nowadays that it is competing and being a leader in the segment as well. So now is a very good time, and also I believe 10 years from now also will be a good time as far as Microsoft keeps updating the product and being paced with the changing world. That's all. If you ask me now, definitely for freshers, this is very good. You can definitely get into this profile, learn about Business Central. You will not regret. And for professionals who are very experienced, because they get this question from professionals as well. For example, I got this from a person who is working in manufacturing industry as a supervisor and manufacturing from last 10 years. And he got to know about this product because, there was a new implementation going on in the company. And he said that I want to learn this product because right now what I do is just I create production orders and post consumptions and output. But I like this product as a user, and I talk to few people, and I see there's great potential and good career in this. So I suggested him definitely you can move into this. Now, definitely they have to consider what they're getting now, how good is the profile which they have now. But if they want to get into it, I would suggest definitely do it. There should not be a second thought. Okay. Now, coming to the second question, which I also got from a lot of people. And the question is this question I have mostly got from freshers and people who are very new to Business Central. And the question is, what should I learn first? Because, Business Central, again, though it is targeting the SMB industry, but it is very vast. You have all the modules. You have inventory, you have supply chain, you have warehouse, you have finance, you have basic and advanced finance, intercompany consolidation, cash flow, costing, service module, job, which is now projects. So a lot of things. The question that anybody, if someone is learning Business Central from scratch and is a beginner in Business Central, you will think that okay, there's a lot to learn. What should I start first? Now, the simple answer to this is if somebody is doing a self learning, the simple answer would be that first learn those modules which every client is going to use irrespective of the industry. For example, let's say there's a retail, there's a manufacturer, there's a service industry. What is the common thing that all of these three will be doing? Sales and purchase, right? So first learn about the complete sales cycle, the complete purchase cycles. Also, what would be common is the basic finance module. They have to prepare a chart of accounts. They have to to the receipts and the payments. Okay. And once the year ending comes, they have to do the year ending activities, irrespective of the industry. So learn about these things first. Don't try to jump into, okay, I want to learn consolidation first. No. If you want to just know the concept, the capabilities, that's fine. So that you know that we have an intercompany module and what does it do. We have consolidation and what does it do. But first, take a demo instance and do all the purchase, sales, cycle, basic finance, create a chart of account, learn about the components in chart of accounts, what is trial balance, what is balance sheet, create a purchase order, do purchase receipt, purchase invoice, then do the complete sales cycle, payments, all these things. Learn about these things because when you go into it, you will come to know about, what is vendor ledger entries, what is detailed vendor ledger entries, what is value entries, what is item ledger entries, what is general ledger entries. Knowing these things are very relevant. And there's a principle which is called 80-20 principle, and it means that 20% of the things makes 80% of the impact. Now, this is not specific to ERP. This is a very common principle, but it is applicable to ERP as well in this sense that this 20% of the thing, 80% of the client is going to use. So first, learn about these things. Now, it's not always necessary that you need to start from here because let's say you have been recruited as a fresher by a company who's practicing business central, and they said that okay, we have a client who wants to learn about service module, and I want that you assist, let's say, the senior people, or you do a demo in this. So in this case, definitely, because you have a scope in front of you, an opportunity in front of you for service module. So your company might want that you start from service module. There's nothing wrong in it because you have an opportunity. So you'll start from service module. You will learn service module. You'll present it. If it is good, you will get some confidence. So in these cases, definitely, however your company wants to proceed you, depending on the opportunities that they have. But if you're self-learning and if you're giving interviews to the company, I'll suggest first start from basic sales cycle, purchase cycle, and the basic finance part. Then move to other modules. Okay, now coming to the third question, how to start learning Business Central. I might have covered few points related to this in my previous questions. Now, there are two ways. Either you can start learning by yourself, self-paced learning, or you can take a training from, there are many consultants who are providing freelancing trainings, and also there are few institutes. Now, I'm not going to suggest any names because I have not checked it by myself. But if you want to go for self-learning, I think there are many YouTube channels which are very good, and also you have learn.microsoft.com, so you have all the materials there, and also the old PDF from the nap time that is still very relevant, so you can learn from all those things. We're talking about self-learning. We have websites like Use Dynamics, and also if you want to learn it in your local language, let's say if you want to learn it in Hindi, we have our channel as well, which is Dynamics intellectual, but right now we're doing it only in Hindi, so only for the Hindi speaking audiences. But there are a lot of resources. The good part of a standard ERP like Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central is if you want to learn it, there are a lot of resources available. So self learning is not a problem, but if you don't have the time, then you can take a training and just go from the scratch. Tell the trainer what do you expect from this training, and just don't go into covering the whole syllabus that okay, I want to learn intercompany consolidation and this. No, even if you're taking a training, just tell this that I want to learn these things. So complete sales cycle, purchase cycle, chart of accounts, finance. That's all. First, take on this, do some transaction in sandboxes, be comfortable with it. Then you can go for the modules as well. Okay, and once you're done with it, then you have to get entry in a company which is implementing business central. This is very important because whatever you do by self learning, by taking training, it is good to get a fair idea, but you need to do at least one implementation to learn about the processes what we have and the issues that we encounter during an implementations and the different phases in implementation. How do we do UAT? How do we do QAT? How do we provide training? All these things are very important. So at least one implementation you need to do in order to be comfortable as a function. Coming to a fourth question, surprisingly, this I get from many of my friends and my colleagues as well from time to time. And the question is, and I'll say this not as a question, but the dilemma or a query that what do you think, Gulshan? Is this the time to switch the product? When I say the product, it means to switch from Business Central to, let's say, FNO or NetSuite, JD Edwards, SAP, whatever it is. And I ask people, why do you have this question in the first place? What made you think that this is the time to switch? And I don't get a very good answer. Sometimes I get answers like, I have heard that people are getting paid more in FNO and other products. Those are big products. So people are getting paid more, and big products have a future, have a certain future. I am not sure about products which is targeting SMBs. So time to time, these kind of queries and questions I get from many of experienced consultants, my colleagues, my friends as well. But my response would be, you need to validate, because this is a very important decision which you will take if you want to switch your product. So you need to validate and do a proper research that why do you think like this? Okay, maybe you got some information from someone. Is this reliable? Think about it. Take this into consideration, but don't take decision based on that until and unless you're very sure you have all the facts and figures in front of you. But once you do this analysis, you will realize that you don't have a foolproof data to prove anything that why you should switch from this product. Okay, because the market is good for Business Central, the product is very good, it is expanding day by day, the users are increasing, the clients are increasing, the product is getting many exciting features with new updates, wave 1, wave 2, you have seen even in 2024 many new things now, integration with Copilot. So we have everything in place that a client needs in a product. And other than that, if you want to customize it, this is the USP, that it can be customized easily, can be tailored as per your needs. We have an app source full of many apps. So the point is, from product point of view, from the market point of view, I don't see any reason why a consultant should switch if he's a consultant in Business Central. Okay. If you have some data about it, feel free to share with me, because as of now, I don't see a particular reason. Now, I might give you some points why you should not switch from Business Central to other product. Or let's say, even if you're working in any other product from last 10 years, let's say you're working in SAP, then why you should not switch from SAP to another product until and unless you have some data that this is not going to be in the future due to XYZ reasons. The reason is, you have worked hard to learn an ERP. There's a learning curve. It doesn't come easily. You do few implementations, you do learning on daily basis, then you get comfortable in these products. So you have learned the product, giving so much time and energy. You have done few implementations. Now, it is the time to capitalize on those learnings and those experiences that you have. And when this is the time you are telling that after 5 years or 10 years you want to switch, it means that you're going to leave all the experiences, all the learnings that you've acquired in this product, and going to some other product and going to start again from scratch, at least on the product knowledge, product expertise part. Domain knowledge, definitely it will, you can carry it with you in whatever product you go. But with domain knowledge, product expertise is also one of the pillars which is very important for a functional consultant. So remember this, that you are leaving the product expertise of a product behind and going to another product, because it is not going to happen that you will be in touch with the two products in parallel. It's very rare. Let's say if I go in F&O today, I'll get projects related to F&O. I'll be fully occupied in it. And 5 years down the line, I'll forget about the basic setups in Business Central. So the point is, if the product is relevant in the markets, just keep doing this study from time to time. And if the product is relevant, then you are going to be relevant as well. So don't have second thoughts. I know that, grass is greener on the other side, but be an expert in something. And if you want to be a generalist, there are many other things that you can do, even in ERP. You can move to a different profile. But for functional consultant, you need to be an expert in a product. And if you want to enhance, let's say you want to add something to your CV, then the good part is with Business Central, you can learn many things which complements Business Central. Learn Power Automate, learn Power BI. Even you can learn Dynamics 365 sales module, field service, because all these have out of the box integration with Business Central. So learn about that. If you want to, enhance your CV, add more skills to your CV. But my point is, don't leave the product which you have learned and you have come a long way with it. You have done many implementations, hours of studies spent into learning this. So don't leave all those things behind. And just with some information which cannot be trusted, don't jump into a different product. Okay. So I'll take the last question now. And the question is, and it comes from many people and mostly from freshers uh, who has either started working in a company, it has been 6 months or a year, or the people who are quite new and they have taken some training in Business Central and they just want to get into a company. And the question is, does getting a certification in Business Central going to help me in cracking the interviews and getting a good raise and getting good package, etc.? Now, yes and no. Yes, in cases where you have good knowledge about Business Central, a fair knowledge about Business Central, let's say, and you have taken the course as well and you have cleared the certification. So in that case, because you have good knowledge, the certification complements you. Okay. Now let's say if you're a fresher and you have just learned a few basic things, and almost from last 1 or 2 weeks you're learning about it and you just want to take the certification, and this way does it help the person who is going to take the certification? I think no, because it might backfire. What will happen? The certification will say that you're a functional consultant, and Dynamics 365 Business Central certified, but when the interviewer asks you basic questions, you'll not be able to answer it. So in that case, it will backfire on you. It will appear that you have cracked the examinations by taking help from someone or just going through the dumps from some websites and just you have taken the certification. So it will not look good, and it will have an impact on the credibility of the candidate. So what I mean to say is, if you have quite some knowledge in Business Center, at least to justify that you have fair knowledge in Business Center, then take the certification, because then it will complement you. If you have hardly taken 1 or 2 weeks in Business Center and then you want to take the certification, no, it is not going to help you. It might backfire. So that's all the questions I had for now, and I'll try to bring more videos like this if it helps you. And thanks a lot for watching. See you in another video. Bye.